Hello, welcome, Gray Shayo, to the LarPar Show, where we talk about what is money, what is coming, and how to protect your family. So, Gray is based in Tanzania in East Africa, and he's here to share his story about how he found Bitcoin and how it's been adopted in Bitcoin. And as well, he's going to talk to us a little bit about his business adventure that he's doing there with Bitcoin Safari. So, Gray, welcome to the show. So
Thank you
how did
very
you
much.
find Bitcoin?
Actually, my name is Gray from Tanzania. Yeah, my first time to heard about Bitcoin, it was during lockdown season, whereby I was in universities. So we had a lockdown. So my whole time spending home, I was going through the internet and learn more about Bitcoin on Twitter. Then I learned about Bitcoin, but we stayed for a short period of time. Then I went back university and I did not focus on it. But after finishing, I was very serious and deeply needed to know more about Bitcoin. I went and I studied about Bitcoin. Then actually I was aware on chain what is all about white Bitcoin paper and other things concern Bitcoin. I never heard about Lightning Network. Now, one day when I was going through Twitter, it's I saw someone just tweet about Bitcoin Lightning. Then I said, let me try and learn more about it. Then the first person to orange peeling me is one of my friends from USA, the one who orange peeled me, and is the one who shared me more details, more videos about Bitcoin Lightning Network. Because at that time I had no job actually. I just completed my educational degree of pharmacy. Then I said, let me take my full time learning more about Lightning Network, about on-chain, and look the difference, so as I can also try share the knowledge to some of Tanzanians who are willing to and know more about Bitcoin. Yeah, my journey started on universities where I finished it, where I had some of my friends who are also experts of digital issues, currency and technology and other issues. We organized a small meetups and I shared them the knowledge I had about Bitcoin Lightning. And I orange pilled them few sats. Everyone I shared is almost orange pill like five sats everyone, so they can see how does this Lightning network works, and the difference between on-chain transaction and Lightning transaction. Yeah. And other thing is, it's when I started, it was like difficult for me to explore the knowledge about Bitcoin to Tanzania, because most of Tanzanian people always think like Bitcoin is a scam thing. They don't believe on Bitcoin. So for me, I was only focused with those people who are always willing to learn, to know what it's all about. They, after seeing that there is a big positive impact and more engagements in university students, whereby most of them were willing, they were just call me, need to know more about Bitcoin, is when I started. I said, let me start my project so as it can help me and share each and everything what I'm doing in Tanzania about Bitcoin. Is when I started the Bitcoin Safari community. Bitcoin Safari Community TZ. TZ means Tanzania. The main vision and aim of my project is to create Bitcoin awareness to Tanzanian people, mostly in universities, because it is very easy to educate any students and understand, and he or she can also share or explore the knowledge to other people around the community. Rather than educating someone who is uneducated, it's very difficult for him or her to understand you. What do you mean about Bitcoin? Then I said yes, started hosting some Bitcoin meetups. We were like six. I don't care. We started like six people. Then people increased it 10, 20. Then the big enough helped me. It's when we celebrated a Bitcoin Pizza Day on 22nd May each year. Now, actually, I was invited on one Bitcoin Pizza Day meetup here in Dar es Salaam at Mliman City. Then I went and I attended. Actually, the meet, it's all about like, some stuff that because there's free pizza, now a lot of people attended. It's my
Tell
young
him to
bro.
jump in. Tell him to jump in. Tell him to say hello. My
Okay,
son
come,
might
come,
jump
come.
in. Tell him to
Okay,
come.
okay.
Say hello.
Okay, come. Say
Hello,
hi. Say
uncle.
hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? You
Bye.
good?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now the meetup I attended, or the conference, I mean the hangout of the Bitcoin Pizza Day I attended. Most of them were not aware about the Lightning Network. Most of them attended because there's free pizza. Just go enjoying hangouts, making stories with people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on my side, I use that time to like talk person to someone and share to him or her, do you really understand about Bitcoin? Yeah. Have you ever heard about Bitcoin Lightning? Now someone just wondering, no, what it's all about? Then it gave me a big opportunity to share the knowledge to people so that everyone can understand what that all means. I orange peel some of them few. The one orange peel them, we exchanged the contact and they called me and WhatsApp me for more details and knowledge, whereby most of them were suggesting me that you better create a WhatsApp group. It's very easy for most of Tanzania university to join the group, and you can share them more about the Bitcoin Lightning on the group. And also, maybe we host a Twitter space using Swahili language, create an Instagram page and educate them, or create a video YouTube in Swahili language. It's very easy for them to understand. Then I moved on progress educating. I attended a lot of University of Dar es Salaam, University of Dodoma. I went in Mwanza together with Arusha. No, actually, I got a very big community, and a lot of people were willing to learn. And I orange pilled them. I showed them what the best wallet, because most of them here in Tanzania are using Trust Wallet.
Okay.
It's non-custodial wallet, but it allows all cryptos. Now, for me, I shared with them about what is all about Bitcoin wallet, whereby there's non-custodial wallet and custodial wallet, the difference between. So the most wallet which I was using to share and educating for the newbie or a beginner, I always use wallet of Satoshi because it's simply simple and easy for someone to understand. Also, the Bitcoin Beach wallet, which is Blink wallet, also Phonex wallet, Moon wallet, together with Breeze wallet. Those are the most wallet I do use here. So I was sharing with them that, telling that there is advantage of you using custodial wallet and there's a disadvantage. So always, once you use a custodial wallet, you have to be very keen on the wallet, because some of the wallet are not 100% good, or they don't have high secure for your Bitcoin storage. Then they understood it was my first journey whereby I also attended a lot of meetups, small meetups, universities, whereby even other meetups which are not concerned about Bitcoin, but I was going there so as I can connect with people and educate them more about Bitcoin. Also, I educate people about Bitcoin. How can you accept Bitcoin in your business? And what are the advantage of you accepting Bitcoin in your business? And I always tell them they need to understand that Bitcoin is not a legal tender currency in Tanzania, but the good word which will be used, like creating a sticker, maybe you have a shop and you accept Bitcoin, you better create a sticker and write Bitcoin preferred here. That is a better word and very is not complicated. Now, on myself, I managed to orange peeling, like currently until now, there are 17 business that accept Bitcoin in Tanzania. There are some of the shops in Mwanza. Mwanza is the leading city whereby a lot of shops accept Bitcoin, and all shops and restaurants, together with a certain center, they all accept Bitcoin and them on Bitcoin. But to be easy for a Bitcoiner who will come in Tanzania, maybe find a place to spend Bitcoin map will direct him or her. There's in Dar es Salaam, there is a barber shop, there's a stationer, there's also a restaurant. In Zanzibar, there are two. There's a restaurant together with an hotel known as Bitcoin Beach Hotel.
Okay.
The hotel which I'm currently partner with them, trying to promote their hotel so as it can be known worldwide if there is a Bitcoin Beach Hotel in Tanzania. Yeah, that is all about my Bitcoin journey. And I thanks God until now, there's a big, very huge changes on Bitcoin adoption in Tanzania.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's very good. And as we all know, regarding Bitcoin, it's gradually, then suddenly. And
Yeah.
I think the suddenly is coming sooner than most people think, you know?
Yeah. And the good thing is what currently I'm facing is, remember some events or some meetups, others were not keen listen to me. Now this is the right time whereby I might find a lot of people messaging me on WhatsApp. Hey, I see Bitcoin prices raises. What's it all about? Can you please educate me? There's a huge amount, a huge numbers of people from Tanzania message me always to learn more about Bitcoin. On the other side, I may say it's good because it's like some of them have been shocked seeing the price of the last year and current are quite different. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think as well for in different parts of the world, people will adopt Bitcoin in different ways. For us in the West, just for me personally, when I came across Bitcoin, I first came across it years ago, and typical, I didn't do my work and I missed out. I came across in 2020 when I realized the European Central Bank was going to devalue our currency by 20% in 1 year. And I didn't even know about money. I didn't never studied it. I was involved in business for 48 years. I but I'd never learned about money. And when I did start learning about money in 2020, it just opened up to my mind to what's really going on behind our backs and how we're being robbed through this monetary devaluation. Can you talk to me a little bit about monetary devaluation in Tanzania and how much the money is being devalued in our part of the world, in Europe? Our currency has been devalued by about 50% in the last 3 to 4 years.
In Tanzania, our currency we are using is known as shillings, Tanzanian shillings. And once you see day to day, our currency is going down. It does not have it does not have value anymore. It's because that the thing is, like right now what we are facing is, it's like the government strict, or trying to tell people that who own large business like companies, whatever, we only use shillings inside the country, but once you go, less you need to purchase something, going to the shop or a market, the big market here, they don't accept shillings because it does not have value anymore. So you might find people find dollars. They believe on dollars. They don't believe on shillings anymore. And with this, I must say that the Tanzanian shillings, the money inflation in Tanzania is quite very worse, more worse. I might compare. I might compare on 2021 the value of Tanzanian shillings, and once you compare 2021 and currently 2024, it's almost like 99% that currently the money has no value anymore. And you might find that most of people in Tanzania are only depending on dollars and USDT, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
them. And it has it has been a problem to Tanzanian government currently, because there are a lot, I might say not 100%, but there's some numbers of people in Tanzania who are now wake up and
Yeah.
learn more about what is money,
Mm-hmm.
what are the importance of valued money. You might find them people are learning and see that using Tanzanian shilling is useless. See, and they are focused on on dollar, and some of them they even go higher, learn more about Bitcoin. Last year we had it's like a conference whereby we meet different youths who are dealing with different opportunities, like selling what. We had a conference whereby we meet and discussing, sharing what we should do in Tanzania, so as we use have a business and be employed. Now, a white guy who is very famous in Tanzania, known as Bongo Zozo, is a Bitcoiner. So he was
A
one of
Mozongo.
the
A Mozongo, is
yeah,
it?
Bongo
But
Zozo. Bongo Zozo
Mozongo,
is one of
no.
Bongo Zozo is one of the
Okay.
Bitcoiner in Tanzania. Is a white man who has been always exploring the nature and the beautiful of Tanzania to other nations. Now, he was one of the panelists, and he was trying to preach and elaborate more about Bitcoin, the difference between Bitcoin and the Tanzanian shilling, the difference between centralized true money and this fiat Tanzanian shilling money, which has no any value. So I might say that it has helped a lot. Since that conference, there are also a lot of leaders, government leaders. He was one of the, like, I might say, is not a speaker, it's like a member of parliament who was also there. He also thought that we need to start more about technology, digital currency. The end, we are all focused on Bitcoin, because in Tanzania there are a lot of shitcoiners. You might find there are a lot of shitcoin, and they all believe on shitcoin. Whereby you might see a lot of shitcoiners coin, they have their owner. So at any time T, you never know. You might see yourself losing a lot of money compared to Bitcoin. No one who knows who invented Bitcoin. So it's quite safe for someone to start Bitcoin and learn more and compare the difference between Bitcoin, which is decentralized through money, and Tanzanian shilling, which is the fiat money, which has no value anymore. Yeah. What I did on my side to help people, whenever I go out or whenever I go around the street walking, I love wearing Bitcoin codes clothes, as you can see. And I also have my tattoo on my left hand writing Bitcoin Lightning. I also show you some picture. So you might find people wondering on the street, what does that tattoo means all about? So it's give me an opportunity to share and educate them more about what is money. And for Tanzanian, it's very easy to educate them in Swahili language. Once you just tell him the history of money, the evolution of money, with our great grandfather studied from exchange of barter and goods, gold, until we come shillings. And as life goes, technology goes on, the world is changing to digital money. So once you just give a short, clear information about that, it's very easy for someone to understand. But the person will need more guidance and mentorship, slowly, so as he can master things very clear. Once I move in this way, step by step, there will be a very massive Bitcoin adoption in Tanzania, even with Bitcoin merchants. I mean, onboarding Bitcoin merchants will be very, very huge. We plan to have small meetups each month in Zanzibar, because Zanzibar is one of the seats whereby there's a large number of, I might say, foreigners and the visitors
Expats.
or guests from
Expats.
abroad. Yeah, from abroad, who always come and have vacation in Zanzibar. So it's very easy for we to educate them there and understand and have more business in Zanzibar that accept or prefer to pay in Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Yeah. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, to go and do it in Zanzibar. Yeah, I was in Zanzibar as well a few years ago myself. Beautiful island. Beautiful island. Um,
Yeah. It's very
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. And it's true. People really need to know about what's going on with their money as well. And people need to learn about what is money. And Bitcoin brings you to all that. A lot of people come to Bitcoin and they think it's a get rich quick scheme, but you don't get rich quick from Bitcoin. You need to learn about Bitcoin. And then that'll change your mindset and it'll start opening up to your mind about what else is going on around you. And then you can make a plan and protect yourself from that. Yeah.
I might share you one story. There's a certain guy who shared me. It was on a WhatsApp group. It's a guy who deal with like designing apps. Yeah. So he had a project for Airbnb. He wanted to create an app where be listing all Airbnb, so as anyone who needs to book an Airbnb use his app for is getting a cheap price and look the futures of the Airbnb. Now he meted one guy, a one old man who is living in very according to the word he said. And the man that the guy introduced the man about Bitcoin, and he asked the man, man, I have a project, this and this and this I need to do so as we can collaborate. Yeah. Then the young man asked that, hey, man, where do you store your money? Then the guy said that I'm storing on my bank. Then the young boy said that, can't you see that it's very dangerous for you to keep your money on the bank? Have you heard about Bitcoin? Then the old man said that I heard it about Bitcoin from my friend abroad, but I did not keep consideration on it and start learning. Then the young man told the old man that, the young man told the old man that, can't you see that it's very easy for government to go in a bank account and take your money because you have a lot of money on the bank? See? Then
Mm,
the old man said, it's true. And also the problem first, he has a friend who also faced the same problem because he had a lot of money in the bank, and always Tanzania or the government, once they check your balance on your bank and they see you own a lot of millions, they always find and have, it's like they might say that you are doing laundering or corruption. See, so
mm,
they need the source. Where do you get all this money? You see, then the guy faced a lot of problem and almost all his money were freezed, and the guy got heart attack and died. Then the young man told that the old man that it's better you learn about Bitcoin and hold or store your money, change them from T-shillings to Bitcoin. It's very safe. No one will know how much you are owning in your Bitcoin wallet. Actual,
yeah.
actual, the young man, we usually talk with him and say that he's still on progress educating the old man, because say that he has a partnership with him a business. Also he had a meet whereby he organized his big friends, the old man, so as the young man can teach them all about Bitcoin. Actually, it's a good progress in Tanzania. I love it compared to previous years. Actually, there's a good progress right now in Bitcoin adoption in Tanzania.
Yeah. No, there definitely is. And there's a lot of progress in the since 2020 around the world, even in Europe. And the reason for that is because people are starting to realize about the money, that the money is the problem. If we can fix the money, we can fix a lot of things. So now we,
Yeah,
we can't fix the system that's behind, and we can't fix the government. That's going to take years and years, but we can now protect ourselves and our families. So that's why I like talking to people as well, and what I do as well with the education that I do. I feel it's my duty now because I know about it to just tell other people and try and let them learn and let them learn
yeah.
about the freedom of Bitcoin. And once you learn about Bitcoin, you have the hope as well. You see hope in front of you and property rights. compared to that, the story you just told us. When most people realize that Bitcoin gives you a whole different level of property rights, yeah, it's going to
yeah,
be
right.
huge as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Like the previous few days, I think it was on 15 February, in yesterday, the newspaper of yesterday and 15, the 15 newspaper in Tanzania, the Mwananchi is in Nipashe, said that the Bank of Tanzania, it prohibits the Tanzanian people to use a digital cryptocurrency. I mean cryptocurrency. And the yesterday Maganzi said that the Bank of Tanzania looks a way forward to starting allowing people to study about digital currency after seeing that Bitcoin rises. Then they wonder, they shock, the government playing with us. Why can they go straight forward so as people can start learning?
Because the government is, every government, most governments want to keep their citizens down. That's why
Yeah,
the
yeah,
government is only a small amount of people, and the government should work for the people. But the problem with what's after happening with this fiat system is the government is controlling the people now. And that's the problem. So people need to learn about this and understand it and do something to protect themselves. And I think the
yeah,
best way
yeah,
to
yeah,
do it is protect yourself with Bitcoin. That's what I'm
yeah.
doing.
And remember, one guy told us that, on my mind, I always think that there's a number of Tanzanian government leaders who owns, but they're silent killer. They don't want to be involved. I'm sure 100% they are there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
there. Don't worry. Your government officials know about Bitcoin and they're buying it themselves.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
telling everybody else not to buy it.
They
Here,
just,
Gray, can you do me a favor? Can you just open the curtain because it's getting a bit dark?
oh, gosh,
It's a little bit too much now. I can't really see you properly. Maybe if you just turn
oh,
a little
wait,
bit.
okay.
Just turn a little bit. There's too much. Yeah. It just like yeah, that's better. Perfect.
Wait a bit, wait me. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good now. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, what we were saying is a very high possibility that your government, the people, not the government, it's the people are buying it. Your politicians are buying it themselves. And they don't want the normal people to learn about it because when the normal people learn about it, they can't keep them down anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So tell us a little bit about the Bitcoin Safari. Do you any Safari trips or is it just Bitcoin? Is it just called
It's
Bitcoin
only
Safari?
Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin Safari community project aims on creating awareness to people about Bitcoin, on board Bitcoin business as Bitcoin. Also, we accept business Bitcoin. For instance, you might find a Bitcoin arrive in Tanzania and he maybe needs a trip to a national park. So we also organize this and he pay for Bitcoin and have his trip maybe in Zanzibar, visit some places. Actually, I have a friend of mine who owns a tour guide company dealing with tourists in Zanzibar. So I always partner with him so as we can work together.
That's your sister now. Is that your sister?
Is the last born young bro.
Another young bro, a younger one.
The younger one, yeah, the last one.
Yeah. They're all good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you say you're living in Dar es Salaam, yeah? You're in Dar, yeah?
Yeah. I'm in Dar es Salaam.
Okay, cool. Very good, very good. And what are you doing there at the moment then? Yourself?
Actually, on myself, actually, I completed a lab as a lab technician in pharmacy in degree, but due to lack of job, lack of employment, then I said, let me live with Bitcoin, educating people about Bitcoin. Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And do you run any courses over there or anything like that? Or how do you teach people? Is it face to face or you do it over online? Have you got an online
No,
course or anything?
the better thing in Tanzania is once you teach them, most of them are not concentrating details in written form or PDF that they always don't consider about it. So the better thing is I always face with them face to face. It's good once you meet with someone need to learn about Bitcoin face to face. It's quite good rather than doing online or because he might be more free asking more so as he can learn more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So where do you see how do you see adoption happening more now in Tanzania over the next couple of years? Do you think and actually let's talk about maybe the CBDC. Is that happening in
Yeah.
Tanzania? Are they talking about it? People
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even know that this is coming. They think that,
They don't anymore. Only few.
yeah. So what's going on with the CBDC? Are the governments talking about it? Or
No, no. I might say that it's like in a simple way that I might say like, you might find that a kite, I mean the dog might bite you and like might bite you and like telling you you might find a teacher caning you or slap you, then at the same time tell you sorry. Now our government is like you might find sometimes they're talking about it, then sometimes they like shut it down.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But we can see where things are moving to
yeah.
very
I hope,
clearly.
yeah, yeah. I hope after 3 years for it to come, there will be a massive Bitcoin adoption in Tanzania.
Yeah.
I
I think
hope
as
for that.
well, I think as well, when the price goes up, people start to pay attention.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
come to
yeah.
Bitcoin for the price, and then they learn about the freedom and the property
Yeah,
rights and the hope and the insurance and everything else, So they
yeah.
come for the
That
money, but then they learn about everything else.
yeah, that is what currently here in Tanzania. Now, after a lot of people seeing that the price is rising of is when they start learning and that, oh brother, can you teach me more about Bitcoin? I can see the price is raising from this amount to this amount. Yeah, it's a good opportunity, yeah, for me to educate them.
Yeah, yeah, it is good. Yeah, yeah, and you should try and,
Yeah,
as I
yeah, yeah,
said, you
yeah.
should.
And the good thing is like trying to push on the side of ladies. No, there are few ladies who understand about Bitcoin. So there are some of the ladies who I talk with them and educating them and like give them an advice. Now there are few of them who are currently take a free course from Bitcoin Dada. There are almost like 6 to 7 ladies. Then other ones last year they took a Bitcoin course from the core 21, a Bitcoin community or project from Kenya under Felix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the other thing is the app. I'm also using the app, asking for someone to download so as they can learn about like simple Bitcoin app, see like Yeza app. They also use
Hmm.
it to learning. Also the Bitcoin magazine app. They also use it to learning and read all Bitcoin articles and at the same time earning Bitcoin. I mean small sats. No, people were wondering me talk about sats that the smallest unit of Bitcoin. But after educating them now, people are learning, and it's according to my preference or according to my view right now. I can see a lot of people in Tanzania are buying Bitcoin via Lightning Network compared to on chain, whereby you might see the network fee or gas fee is very high.
Hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's really what Lightning was created for. So when millions or hundreds of millions of people start onboarding onto Bitcoin, it'll it'll be allowed for more transactions. It's faster, it's settled quicker, and that's what Lightning is all about. But see, that's the thing. At the moment, what we're doing, we're buying the main platform, Bitcoin, the number one platform. For me, that's a store of value. Now layer two is coming on board. layer 3 in the
Yeah.
future as well. It's like the internet to me.
Yeah.
30 years ago or 40 years ago, if my parents bought a piece of the internet, imagine the value of that 30 or 40 years ago if they were allowed to
Wow.
buy a piece of the internet. Now I'm buying a piece of the future. That's for me, that's what it is for the future for my children and my great great grandchildren, my grandchildren and my great great grandchildren. And as these new companies become layer 2 companies, the value of those layer 2 companies as they grow will go into Bitcoin as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even me, like currently, once I always like right now, I've just come to visit parents, and then later on I'll be off to where I'm living, to my place where I'm living. Always, once I come here, I try to educate my mom and dad, and also my siblings, yeah, step by step,
Yeah,
like giving them cartoons which explain about technology, about Bitcoin, like the twin tinkles, that cartoon. So we go step by step. But now, once you go in hurry, yeah, most of them will not understand. They need step by step so as they can get more chance on ask you more questions. Yeah, I did not understood. They explain to me. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
and the good thing is, a lot of people currently are following because I teach for free. I don't, I don't tell someone to pay me so as I can teach him. Yeah, that's a good thing whereby a lot of people are following me. You might find that actually in Tanzania, I mean crypto traders, shitcoiners, they tell someone or they charge someone so as you can educate them about Bitcoin. But what they do, they don't give exactly information what it's all about. You might
Mm,
find someone comes to me and tell me, I learned Bitcoin to some, but he didn't more information about it. No, I told you I once tell me like then I asked him, can I ask you maybe some Bitcoin questions? Then we look on your IQ on when you are learning about Bitcoin. Now, once you tell someone what is all about Bitcoin wallet, he wonders. He always mention Trust Wallet. What is Lightning Networks? Says I've never heard about it. What is non-custodial and custodial wallet? Just wondering. So it's a great time opportunity to me to keep going, exploring the knowledge of Bitcoin to people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Brilliant,
Yeah, yeah.
brilliant. Sounds like you're doing an amazing work over there and keep going. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
One
much.
person at a time, brother. One person at a time. Okay. Anything
Yeah,
else you'd
yeah.
like to share with our community?
Actually, I don't have anything, but all in all is that I always tell people before investing in Bitcoin, you better face hard, deeply, and understand it. You better stand deeply and understand it rather than listen to people's words that Bitcoin is scam. No, just sit down. You have your phone. What the function of phone? There are a lot of social apps. There are a lot of you might Google and learn more. You might follow a lot of Bitcoiners on Twitter or Nostri and learn more about Bitcoin. And good enough that most of them they never heard about Nostri in Tanzania. We are like 10 people Nostri
Hmm.
right now in Tanzania. Yeah, yeah. 10 and
It's the
all of them.
same in Ireland though. Nobody's hearing of it. I heard
Yeah,
about it last year and I jumped on a few of those apps, that they were using, you know. Um, Nobody knows about it. We're just so early. We're so early.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always thank God that since God has given me the brain of catch up things very early. So I
Yeah.
know a lot of things about Nostri, things like Bitcoin Lightning Network, about wallet, Bitcoin wallet, even the new wallet, which is non-custodial, the Aqua wallet. I think only a few, if not two people in Tanzania were using me. Then the orange peeling up. Most of them they never heard about the orange peeling up, whereby you can also connect with some of Bitcoiners and also learning from them about Bitcoin. There are a few Tanzania who introduce them and they also use the app. There are a lot of things, a lot. And you might find that most of them they did not know that in Twitter there are a lot of Bitcoiners whereby you can connect with them and learn more about Bitcoin from their tweets with the usual tweets. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's as always, I'm gaining new knowledge. Also, the knowledge I usually learn and gain, I also share to others. They also don't know about kits. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what it's all about, though. You know, as we said, one step at a time, and start with the basics. People need to learn and start with the basics, because a lot of people, I think, that come to Bitcoin, they want to they want to try and start learning about the technology end of it, the technological side of it. But that's way down the line. Like in the end of the day, I don't know how this remote control works, but I know it works. I don't know how
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
internet works or Zoom that we're on now, but I know it works. It's the same way as Bitcoin. I don't know how it actually works, the whole ins and outs of it, but I just know it survived the test of time. It's 15 years old. Yeah, it survived. It's been doing very well. You look at the track record and it works. It's here to stay. So learn about it and improve your lives.
Yeah, yeah. I always tell people that I mean, social media, you all need to swap all social media's apps to Nostri. Then they all fear Tanzanian shillings to Bitcoin, but they don't understand me. But as days goes on, hope one day they will.
They will. Of course they will. They will. Because we
Yeah,
didn't understand it before. And years ago, when my friends were buying Bitcoin for $30 and they were
yeah.
telling me to buy it, I was saying, that's not for me. I could have bought hundreds of them, thousands probably at that stage. And look at now, as we say, we you pay the price for Bitcoin. You know, you learn about Bitcoin and you
Yeah.
pay the price at the time when you learn about it.
Wait. Yeah, yeah. This is my mom. My mom talking.
Hello, where is she?
Mom. Hey,
Say
mom.
hello,
This one.
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
How are you?
This is
Hello,
my mom.
hello. How are
Hello.
you?
Hi. Hello.
Good to
Hi.
see you.
Yeah,
Hello.
she always asks me, what are you doing with Bitcoin? I always see you wearing Bitcoin t-shirts, going
It's
there
the
preaching.
future. Bitcoin is the
Yeah,
future.
yeah,
Your son is
yeah.
a way ahead. He's advanced more than anybody else. We're just early. Everybody's going to
Yeah,
want
yeah.
Bitcoin in the future.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Cool. Okay then. So I'm going to stop it now. And if people want to get in touch with you, how do they get in touch? Where are you? What's your Twitter handle? Any website?
My Twitter handle is at Shayo Gray One, and that is my personal Twitter handle. And the Twitter handle for my Bitcoin project, which is Bitcoin Safari TZ.
Okay, we'll drop them into the
I will.
link anyway.
Okay, okay, okay.
We'll drop them into the link, and we'll put this up next week. And thanks for your time. Okay.
Thanks very much.